welcome to just a little short episode I wanted to share with you. My name is Jeff Harrison, and the reason I decided to turn this on is because yesterday when I was working with a client on a new website, not only do we develop websites, but we also handle SEO. And so often someone will get a new website or they'll reach out to me and say, hey, I just paid this company thousands or hundreds of dollars, usually thousands of dollars for a new website, and I'm not getting any more traffic. What's the reason for that? And I want to make something pretty clear here that whenever you have a new website developed, I would say a high percentage of the time, the focus is on design. In other words, how it looks, how the buttons operate. But there's not very much attention paid to, does it attract new customers? In other words, is the SEO, the search engine optimization, has that been cared for? And it became obvious yesterday when we were writing some copy, collaborating with the owner of this website, and they were saying, well, what should I put on there? And I said, well, if you add these words into the phrase, I said the search engines will see this and it will help optimize your website. And gang, I can almost guarantee you that if I hadn't said anything or if someone else was designing their website, chances are they would have just overlooked that, and it would have lost an opportunity to optimize the site. So the question today is, hey, I've spent money on building a new website, but I'm not getting any traffic. It's very frustrating. It's almost like, hey, you have a new gym in the house, and why aren't you in better shape? Well, it involves some other things that we want to do to make it work. And the first thing I want to point out, I just want to give you some very hard facts so it sets the expectations right. So let me share my screen with you real quick, and I'm going to share this with you. And this is a report by Search Engine Journal, and what it says: a study of Google Analytics of local businesses find that they attract an average of 414 monthly users, with 50% of that traffic coming from organic search. In other words, people are looking online for an answer. Now, I want you to really remember that, because it's going to really pay dividends as we move into the part that I'm going to share why you're not getting this. Now, it wasn't like they just looked at a couple. They looked at over 11,000 websites, local business websites, to see, hey, what are the numbers? Well, I just want to point this out, because if you're somebody who's not getting many views, it said, hey, on the lower end of the spectrum, 13% of businesses receive fewer than 100 visitors to their website each month, while 55% receive fewer than 500. Now, this is one of the things. On the higher end, 20% of the businesses receive 1,500 monthly visitors to their site, and 15% receive over 2,500 visitors. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not real. That's not real exciting to think, hey, I've just spent thousands of dollars on a website, and what's happened is it hasn't done anything. It's like nothing happens. It's like building a new shopping mall in the middle of nowhere with no roads leading to it. It's a waste of money and time. So I want you to try one thing for me, and I call it the Google test. Now, as you're listening to this, I want you to open up a second window or do this in a bit, and I want you to type something in to Google search. Now, I want you to do this with Google. So if a browser is not Google, I want you to go ahead and get a Google browser, and I want you to type something in there. But the thing I want you to type in is the problem your ideal customers have that your product or service solves. So I've pulled up something as an example for one of our customers, and I did a little Google test, and I'll share that with you. And I said, how much does an electric golf cart cost? One of our clients here locally in the Coachella Valley is Lux Electric Golf Car. And if you notice, when I pull this up, they are, number one, these are all ads, okay? And then there's some other questions here. But if you see right here, Lux electric golf car is #1 in the search. #1 in the search. This is important because the first five, or excuse me, the first three get 67% of the clicks. Now, not only does it give us the first spot, but this is also gives us a little image. And if you notice, there are no other images on this page. So what does that mean? It means it's going to get a lot of traffic. So what I thought I would show you is by having something on your website that answers the problems or solves the problems your customers are looking for, then the chances are you're going to attract more people. Now, before I go over there and I show you this next phase, because I think it's going to blow you away, is I want to talk about the fact that most websites, when they're designed, they do a couple things. I call it chest beating. It's, hey, this is how long I've been in business. These are the services I offer. I'm a plumber. This is what I do. I fix slab leaks. Water leaks. I fix toilet run, all that kind of stuff. But it's really not answering the questions your ideal customer solves. Because here's what happens. You build this beautiful website. You have a name to the website. Your ideal customers or potential ideal customers have no idea what the name of your website is. Like Lux electric golf car. Well, if I'm looking for a golf cart, I may not know the Lux brand. But if I want to know, hey, how much does a golf cart cost, or how long does a golf cart go on a single charge, and I look that up and it's on their website in the Google search, and I click on it, it will take me to the website, and over a short period of time I will get to know Lux brand, and I will get to have a relationship with them. This is why your website is not getting any traffic, because you have what I'll call a brochure or a static website. Even if you said, hey, I just built it and it's beautiful and it has a lot of motion, I put videos on it, it still is all about telling your audience how great you are, what you do, instead of the problem you solve, and the answer is on your website. Now, I would say the majority of our clients, we actually put a video on there, and we also write in. We do blogs and we do videos. The videos will tend to keep people on the website longer. In fact, it's 4 times longer than the average viewer. And the search is going to be more of the written content. So I want you to think about this. I want you to do this Google test. I want you to open up a window, and I want you to think, okay, what problem does my customer have that my product or service solves? In this example that I was showing you here, this was, I want to know how much does an electric golf cart cost? I don't know that. So now when I pull it up, what does an electric golf cart cost? It's right there, right at the very top. My customer, in other words, Lux Electric Golf Cart, they're one of Swing Point Media's clients. We have them at the very top spot, all right? And you can see they're above the others. Now, the other thing I want to point out is, I want to point out one other thing. If we type in, how far can electric golf cart go? Because here's the thing. In this spot, this top spot, it's really good. I mean, it gets a tremendous amount of activity and traffic. But there is one other spot that is even better than that. This is like, winning the Academy Awards or getting a gold medal in the Olympics. This is where you get a lot of traffic. And I'm not just going to speak out of the side of my mouth. I'm going to give you some proof here in a second. So this was a product that said, how far can electric golf cart go on a single charge? Now, why did we write that piece? Well, the reason we wrote that piece is because more and more people, with the fact that gas was getting so expensive, we saw that they were thinking, hey, I'm going to think about buying a golf cart as a second vehicle because it's electric, it's less expensive to operate, and my entry price is less. I can buy a golf cart for $13,000, $14,000 instead of a car for $30,000 or $40,000, and really I'm just using it to drive around the neighborhood. But I really want to know, hey, how fast or how far will a golf cart go on a single charge? So when we type this in, if you notice right here, what is the average range of an electric golf cart? and it has what we call a snippet. This area in here is a snippet. And if you notice again, it is with our customer, Lux Electric Golf Car. This is the holy grail, my friend. This is called a snippet. And you'll see this from time to time when you're looking for something, they have the top spot. Well, this gets a tremendous amount of traffic. And then if you notice as we go down, how far can electric golf cart on a single charge? They get that as well. So they get several of the top winning spots, and this is that organic traffic. Remember I said 50% of the traffic that a local website gets is organic. In other words, these spots that I just showed you, the top spot here, okay, and the snippet here and the top spot, these are this is unpaid traffic. This gets people to your website. Now, this is the icing on the cake. This is the proof I want to show you. This is Google Analytics. If you're not familiar with it, we put a little piece of code on a website, and it tracks all the activity that comes from off of the internet onto their website. Now, remember back here, if you remember, it said, hey, 414. 20% get 1,500, and if you're in the top 15%, you get 2,500 visitors a month. So far, in the last 28 days, they've received 9,200 visitors to their website. Yes, that's 9,200 visitors. Do you think if you had 9,200 visitors coming to your website doing some research that it would move the needle for your business? In this case, it certainly has. In fact, they 5x'd over the last 3 years. They 5x'd their total revenues. But I want to point something out in how important an article can be. Let's just scroll down here a bit. And this tells us what page do your users visit. How far can electric golf cart go on a single charge? Just in the last 7 days, it's had 565 people come to that page on their website. That's more than the average local business website will get. Now, this is not, the reason I did this is I'm not looking for more website building business. I wanted to answer that question is, hey, I've just had my website built, or I've redone my website, or maybe you have a website that you've had for a while, and it's getting little to no traffic. It falls into that less than 100 a month. This customer, when we first started 3 years ago, they were getting an average of 300 visitors a month. Now, that traffic, 9,200. This is not unusual. The last few months, they've been 7, 8, 9,000. So this is not unusual. This is the way this has gone. Now, why? Because we have content on their website that answers the most common questions their ideal customers want answered. And you see right here, how far can an electric golf cart go? 565. How much does an electric golf cart cost? For replacing batteries, 418. Is it legal to drive a golf cart in a neighborhood? 414. Now, think about this. If 400 people come to the website and only 2 or 3 actually turn into a customer, you're selling a product, in this case, that is several $1,000s, 15 to 20 and up. Some of these are custom golf carts, can sell for $30,000 or $40,000, depending on what we're looking at. But you can see 400 people. Should I leave my golf cart plugged in all the time? People are asking this. If they're thinking about buying a golf cart, they're asking this question. So I want you to think about this and reverse engineer it for your business. What questions do my customers ask when they're in what's called the awareness stage? Maybe they didn't even know that there was a solution to the problem they're looking for. As an example, it might be something like, for our HVAC customers, how often should I replace the air filter in my air conditioner, right? How to tell if I need to change my air filter for my air conditioning. It could be why, when I put my hand up to the vent, is my air conditioner blowing warm air? Or in the winter, why is it blowing cold air? These are questions your ideal customers might ask if you were an HVAC service company. But think about it, whatever you do, what are the questions your ideal customers ask? Because that's what determines the traffic to your website. Don't be don't be discouraged. Be encouraged by the fact that, you know what? This is the data. This is who you're up against. 414, but really in reality, 13% of local businesses receive less than 100 visitors to their website every month. This is who you're up against. But there's a lot more search traffic out there, because when we first started, we looked up the numbers and said, hey, what's the numbers out there of people looking to buy golf carts? Well, not everybody was saying, they weren't saying, I want to buy a golf cart. Where do I buy a golf cart? No, they needed those questions answered about how far do they go? How often should I charge it? How much does it cost to replace the batteries? All these things that are on the website. All right. I just want to show you one little thing because this is kind of fun. If we said in the last 28 days, how far can an electric golf cart go on a single charge? They've received 2,343 visitors asking that question from Google, free traffic, potential customers to the website. So when we go down this number, we say, well, how many was that? Well, it's about almost 10,000. 9,800 people came to their website. I didn't see over here saying, hey, how many over 2,500? How many over 8,000? They're dominating their marketplace. You can do exactly the same thing, but you have to think about it differently. If your website doesn't have a blog, or you're not putting content on your website that solves your ideal customer's problems, you're just that mall built in the desert with no roads to it. We don't even know the name of your business. And as people do this search online, if they don't know Lux Electric Golf Cart, but they see, hey, here's somebody answering my question, and you see these highlighted words in here, these are called keywords. They fit right into this search term here. They're in that, and they say, well, this is the perfect answer. So that's why it gets that top spot, the snippet spot. But here's the other thing. What is the average range of a golf cart? We have that answered. How often should I charge electric golf cart batteries? If you go to their website, I guarantee you we answer that question. What is the maximum range of a 48-volt golf cart? Have we answered that question? I suspect we probably have. How many volts is a 48-volt golf cart battery? That's pretty simple. 48 volts, 48 volts, okay? So anyway, that's really all I wanted to share with you today. I thought that was pretty interesting how when people build a website, they think it's going to be that panacea. It's going to be, that penicillin. It's going to cure everything. It is not. It is just you're spending money on things that have no bearing. It's really, are you able to solve the problems your ideal customers have? All right. Hey, if you have questions, if you're showing up on this and it's already been recorded live, this was shot live on Wednesday at around 11 o'clock. I just wanted to jump in here because yesterday, as I was working with a client, we're building them a new website, and it came up, some of the design is, I said, well, from a design standpoint, that's really nice, but from an SEO and design standpoint, let's do it right, and let's add some of those keywords in there, just like we saw the keywords here, right here show up, electric golf car, on a single charge, those keywords, let's make sure we incorporate them in the website. So if you have questions, I would say, hey, please add them to the chat. I'll be more than happy to come back and check them out and answer your questions. And and if you're saying, well, I don't know how to find those questions that my ideal customers need answered, I would do a little research. If you have somebody answering your phone, or you have some help in it's a brick and mortar store and people are walking in, ask them, hey, what kind of questions do the customers who walk in, what kind of questions are they asking? Those are clues, gang. Those are pieces of content that you could create that you already know the answer to, that you could put on your website. So when people are thinking, hey, what is the best Mexican food restaurant that has chorizo tacos? I'm just making this up, obviously. That your article comes up or your Google business profile comes up, and you're more likely to be selected, and you're more likely to go to that restaurant because you had information leading me down that path to your business. So, hey, thanks for joining me. If you're here live, I appreciate it. If you're coming in afterwards and you watch the video and you have some questions, just put them in the chat. I think we're on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. I think we got a couple of streams going on Facebook. But thanks for joining me again. My name is Jeff Harrison of Swing Point Media. We are a local content digital marketing agency serving customers here in the Southern California, Coachella Valley area. Really, our clients are more service-based customers like HVAC services, plumbers, electricians. Yes, we have clients that are doctors. We have clients that are they sell electric golf cars, but the formula, the process is the same. It's almost like if you look on the back of a shampoo bottle, what does it say? Lather, rinse, repeat. This is a lather, rinse, repeat process. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Thank you.